For the time you've lived as long as I have, you've seen a lot of pain, and you felt a lot of it yourself too. And your blood doesn't run as hot in general, but you do still have feelings. And I wanted to talk about my friend Luther Strong. I'm going to miss his funeral in a couple of days, but his son Steve called me yesterday and said he'd like to talk with me again because he's going to be one of the speakers at Luther's funeral. I guess for all of his living children are going to speak. But Stevie said, I want to talk with you before, and I want to reminisce with you about my dad and his friends. And I'm anticipating his call. Emotionally, the night after Luther had died, Steve called, and on WhatsApp, with the camera on, our faces felt like they were about this far apart. And we both started to cry. And I knew that he was crying in major part because his dad had just died, but he was also crying because he knew that I would respond to him emotionally, that I cared deeply for his father and could talk about it and express it. And so we cried a little bit, and I said, Stevie, I'm so glad you've reached out to me because I'm afraid I'm going to lose my membership in the Strong family. It was you and Luther that I was really connected with. And Stevie said, well, Jan, you're in our family to stay. And oh, that just meant so much to me. The other members of his family have an awful lot that they have to attend to and haven't been there when I've been visiting Luther and so on. So they haven't been real connected up with how involved I have been. But Steve looked me in the face and we cried together. Now he's called me and said he wants to talk with me again before he gives his talk at his dad's funeral. That means so much to me. And I was really somewhat surprised at myself after that call ended the day after Luther died, and how emotional I felt. And it wasn't grief that was coursing through me, charging through me. It was the feeling of joy that I still was connected to Stevie, and that he and I were going to be able to continue to be connected and to love each other as family members. Oh yeah, I helped him when he got arrested for assault, when I don't know what the deal was, but something happened where his mother-in-law, his future mother-in-law at the time, called the cops. He's so nonviolent, you can't even believe it. But they threw him in jail, and I made a couple of moves and got him out. Wasn't very hard. I think they were probably going to let him out anyway. But he's always felt very grateful to me for helping him then. And then I counseled with him a little bit about relationships, romantic relationships. I don't remember what I said or how helpful it might have been, but he married that woman, Tammy, and here they are. That was before Judy died, so this is 25, 30 years ago, and now they've got a family. They've got a daughter who's a lawyer, and Tammy is still very robust, she is, but full of life and smiles and happy, and they have a wonderful marriage, and I'm so glad I got to be there as it was getting started, and can still feel it happening today. Stevie and Tammy Strong.